Okay, gentlemen, good evening. I'm recording this session. Anybody have any problem, please do let me know right now. Otherwise, you can leave the meeting. Okay, I'll record the put on the YouTube. I think it's fine for everyone if you're staying in this group, right? Great. So, gentlemen, the exercise which we are going to do is called Ppdt. I'm going to share one easy picture for 30 seconds. You have to observe that picture very carefully. Then you'll get 1 minute to write down the details. In details, you have to write the number of characters you have seen, what is their age, mood, and gender. Age could be whatever you're perceiving. Mood could be negative, positive, and neutral. Negative, you can mark it with a minus, positive with the plus, and neutral with the O. If you see a male, mark it as a M. If you see a female, mark it as a F. If you're not able to recognize a gender, you can mark it as a P. And then you will get 3 minutes to write down the story. So total, you get 4 minutes, 30 seconds to wind up your story. You're not supposed to describe the picture. You have to write the story around the picture. What has happened in the past, what is going on in the picture, and what could be the likely outcome of it. Right? And you have to encircle your protagonist or a hero. Mark the position of the characters where they are seen and on the screen, and make a proper box on the left side, like left side of the paper, which you have in front of. Proper box. The which I've shown you just now. Okay. So guys, get ready with pen and paper. I'm going to show you one picture. Suggestion part which I told you. Now I'll assign you the numbers. Okay. Ashu me. Ashu. Okay, fine. Raj, your mic is not visible here. I don't know what is the problem. Fix it.
Yes, sir, I am audible.
You're audible, but why your mic is not visible here? Say something.
Yes, sir, I am audible or not?
You have an internet issue. छत पे जाके बैठोगे तुम अब कल से. Okay, I can hear you, but still your mic is not visible. Okay, fine.
His voice is audible, sir.
Yeah, I know he's audible, but his mic is not visible. That's the point. Okay, fine. No issue. So now let me assign you the sequence. So make sure you not skip the sequence. Okay. So let me just put some people, experienced people first, so you can listen them. Okay, the freshest, so they'll get some idea. Okay. Yeah. Fine. Okay. अभिषेक भी है इधर वाह मजा आएगा आज. Okay, guys. So first is Abhishek Thapa. Second, Abhishek Kumar. Third, Dipender Singh. 4, Harshit Tiwari. 5, Lakshya Dikshit. 6, Mayank. 7, Abhishek. 8, Gaurav Singh. 9, Neil. Varun 10. Adarsh 11. Duraman 12. Then Vivek is 13. Brijesh is 14. Ashu is 15 and 16 is Raj. He'll be joining. So once the Raj done with this story, you have to start your discussion. Okay? Abhishek, start.
Good evening, gentlemen. In the given picture, I perceive 4 male characters, aged between 15 to 35. The combined mood is positive. The protagonist of my story is Sundar Singh, and the action of the story is rescuing friend. So Sundar Singh, who was a student of class 12, and one day he, along with his two friends, went out for a riverside in the Tista River. So one day they booked a car and they went in the spot. While enjoying the scene, there suddenly the river water level rises and they were all drowned into the water. The, one of the friend, so Sundar understands the situation and he sees that his friend was in danger. So, and the moment he see that boats was also passing by, so he called immediately the boatman to help one of his friend, and the other friend he jumped into the water. And since he knows swimming from his past experience, he was able to help his friend, and immediately he pulled him back out of the water. And he immediately started giving him CPR, and he rescued his life. And thereby, they after that this condition they returned their home. Thank you.
Hello friends, I portrayed 4 characters in the picture shown to us. All are male, the mood was positive to negative, and the action of my story is saving a boy. Ramesh, age 30, lives near Sangam. On one fine day, he took his tourists to sightseeing a nearby fort. When he was taking his tourists to the river, he suddenly find that a boy suddenly lost his temper, and now he is feeling like he is sinking. So he immediately jumps into the water, took him to his boat, and gives him CPR, and took him to the corner. And then after giving CPR, also advised that boy not to swim alone and not to go to the deep into the water. And then later on, he took his tourist to the sightseeing. And then thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. In the picture shown, I perceive 4 characters. All are males, 3 are in positive mood, and 1 is in negative mood. Ram, 25-year-old, is a main character who is a scuba diver in some private agency. He was informed by his parents that his younger brother has a fear of swimming and doesn't know how to swim, and he is also aspiring for armed forces. So Ram came to home in his holidays to teach his brother how to swim. Firstly, he took his brother to the nearby river, with his father and uncle, and started teaching him how to swim and how to make his body in a streamlined direction. Firstly, his brother was unable to make his body in a streamlined direction, but after a few weeks, his younger brother got to learn how to swim. After he learned the swimming, he thanked his brother, and Ram returned back to his work happily. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. In this shown picture, I have perceived 4 male characters, and having positive mood, and 1 is a negative mood. And my protagonist of this story is Raman, who is a professional swimmer. And on the weekend, he, along with his friend, go Varanasi, and he saw that one people drowning. And after seeing that, firstly he jumped into the river and saved his life. By all doing this, he saved his life, and giving the first treatment to him, and also organized a camp that how we can save people, and all that. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. I perceive 4 characters in my story, all about the age of 22 to 26, and the action of my story is saving the life. The main character, the central character of my story is Anmol, who was a PT teacher in a school of Rishikesh. He used to spend their weekend with his colleagues and with their friends. One day he just go to take the enjoyment of the boating. He saw that there was a one person who just struggling to in the flow of the stream. He found that he was unable to swim. He just jumped into the river and saved his life. And also found that when he was jumped into the save his life, he also found that in a river there was too much plastic, which was it is the blunder to the swimmer. So he just wrote a letter to the government to clean the river and make some cleanliness for the people. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. Based on the story shown to us, I have perceived 4 male characters, all in negative mood, aged 15 to 35 years. Ram is a 25-year-old national level swimmer, and he is from a village in Maharashtra and currently pursuing his master's in Delhi University. He was on a term break to his village, and last night the dam near his village broke off, and it's a flood situation in his village right now. So while he is escaping the village with his neighbors in a boat, he saw a 15-year-old boy drowning. So as being a national level swimmer, he immediately jumped into the river and helped the boy. After rescuing the boy, the other 2 men on the boat helped him get aboard, and they all escaped the village to the nearest relief hospital, and they had medically examined the boy and he was perfectly fine. All were in good condition. Thank you.
Friends have pursued 4 characters, all of male of the age between 15 to 35. The mode of the picture is neutral. My action plan is risk operation. Abhishek was an active swimmer. During his weekend swimming activities, he noticed that one person was shouting for help. He immediately rushed to the person and suggested his friends to bring the boat nearby him, and he swam across the river and catch the collar of the person and took him gently outside and put him inside the boat. Further, before reaching the land shore, he made him lie down and removed all the water outside. After that, he made him feel comfortable. To avoid such incidents in the future, he utilized his savings to put the signboards and utilize to put some safety equipments, and then and he utilized this 1 hour extra time to train the young kids. This helped many people to practice swimming activities and avoided such incidents in the future. Thank you.
Gaurav, you are not audible. Your mic is there, but you're not audible. I don't know what is the problem. Gaurav, you are not mute, but still, anyone can hear Gaurav? No one can hear Gaurav.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Now fix it.
Sir, I'm trying.
Yeah, correct. Please start. We just heard you.
He's audible.
Loudly. Okay. Start.
Good evening, everyone. In the given picture, we can see 4 male characters from the ages 20 to 45 years old. The 3 male characters are in neutral mood, and the 1 character is in a negative mood. The action of my story is the soldier is never off duty. The main character of my story is Rahul, who is an army personnel, and he's on a vacation to his village. On a given random day, he decided to go to a lake with his dad and uncle to row a boat. While rowing his boat, he saw a boy who was drowning. So Rahul, who is a army personnel, with his sheer courage, decided to help that boy and saved him on time. And the boy thanked him at the end. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. What I have perceived from the story is there are 4 main characters. There are 4 characters who are between age 15 to 35 years. 3 are in positive mood and 1 is in negative mood. Rahul, who is a Rahul, who is the little boy who is studying 10th class in his school, was interested in swimming, and he used to go to the banks of the river to practice swimming. One day, the flow of the river increased while he was in practicing, and he was unable to make through the river to the other bank. he was going along with the flow. Two travelers, Ram and Sham. Ram, the main character of my story, who is 25 years of age, saw the boy and in order to rescue him, he wrapped the rope around his waist and gave the rope to his friend Sham and jumped into the river and saved the boy. The fisherman also gave him a tube to save the boy, to wrap around his waist and bring him to the boat. They saved him and the boy was very happy. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. I pursue four characters. They mood are positive, and Ram is my main character. Their age is about 28, 4 years old, and rest of people is up to 35 to 40 years old. Action of the story is saving the life of any person. Ram is working as a clerk when he came to the village, and when he come to the village, he go to the evening walk and inside the river, and he saw with his friend. He saw the one guy is fell into the river and he did not swimming, but Ram is also helping, and when he jump into the river and his other friends are by boat, and uh, all friends are help to the save the boy, and he Ram is finally Ram is pick up the boy and got into the boat and got into the boat, and his parents are appreciate their work and thank to the all friends or and then thank you.
Jai Hind everyone. From the given picture, I have perceived four characters. All are male. Is of age group from 15 to 35. The protagonist of my story is Ajay, who is of age group 22 year. And the theme of my story is saving the life of the drawing boy into the river. Ajay, who is of age group 15, and Ajay, who is of age group 22 year, going for a voyage with his friend, and while in his voyage, they heard the sound of a drawing boy who is shouting for help. And after listening the shouting sound, they change the direction of their board and go for the help. And with the help of to his friend, Ajay saved the life of the children, who is of age group 15 year, and put him to the board and take him out of the river. And after at the bank of the river, he gave him CPR, and after giving that, they saved the life of the boy. And after saving the life of the boy, they
So, good evening, gentlemen. In the picture, I perceive four male characters, four of age ranging from 25 to 45, and one is of negative mood, and other three is of positive mood. Thanks to climate change, there was a huge storm in Bay of Bengal, and for the early warning, flood was flood warning was issued in the Mahanadi Basin. But since Dheeraj, a boy of 15, was living in some hinterland village, the information did not reach the village. So, unknowing of the flood, he went to see the national scenery alongside the river, but suddenly he was drowned. He was stuck in the river. But thanks to the effort of NDRF team, they came to the site in time, and they rescued the small boy. Not only that, they also equipped the villagers necessarily so that the villagers can themselves be the first responders of any disaster. And also they provide them with the necessary reliefs or equipments. Thank you.
Hello, gentlemen. In my story, I perceive four characters. One in negative mood, and others are positive mood. And the main character of my story is Ranjit. An action of my story is saving a child from a drawing. Ranjit is a 23-year-old defense aspirant and also a national level swimmer. One day, with his two friends, he going for a boating near a river, and he saw suddenly a boy playing near a river, slip his leg and drowned in the river. So, with the help of his friend, he go near to the boy, and Ranjit dove in the river and saved the child and gave him a urgent CPR. And after then, he take him to the doctor, for the further treatment. And after that, he informed the parents of the child, and also informed the government official that place a notice board that child can never play near the river. Uh, in the end, all were happy, and Ranjit with his friend satisfied what they had saved the life of this child. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. What I perceived four characters having age group 15 to 32. The story all are in positive mood except one, and the story and the hero of my story is Ranjit. The theme of my story is to saving a life. Manjeet, who was 15 years old, have a little knowledge of swimming. One day he he went to practice in Hooghly River. Rajesh, who was moving with his friend in the river with his two friends, saw moving with friends. By unfortunately, Manjeet started drawing, and Rajesh saw them and jumped to save him. But saved him, and suddenly after a hard struggle, he saved the life of that boy, and sent him to and take him to the hospital, and informed his parents. After that, they informed him parents, and after 2-3 days of treatment, they discharged the boy, and that's all. Thank you.
So, good evening, gentlemen. My story contains 4 characters in which all are male and all of the mood is neutral. The action of my story, mood is neutral and age is around 25 years old. The action of my story is the saving a drawing boy. The story goes like this: Ajay is a young boy who gone to a park along with his friends. They decide to go for a boating. While they were boating, they suddenly saw a child of age around 15 years old fell from the another boat. So he run. They immediately reached to them, and as Ajay no swimming, so he immediately jumped into the water and he saved that guy. And they took them to the hospital, and ultimately they saved.
Next.
Good evening, friends. What I perceived in the picture, there are the 4 characters. All are male. Age of 3 characters is are between 15 to 25 years old, and age of 1 character is 45 years. Mood of 3 characters is positive, and mood of 1 character who is drowning is negative. Action of my story: rescuing a drowning child. Rohitas, 25, who is a boatman working in a nearby river. One day he crossing a river with 2 passengers. He saw that one child is drowning in the river. Because Rohitas is a good swimmer, he jumped immediately into the river, saving the child by took his hand and pushed his belly and came out the water. By this way, he saved the drowning child. Thank you.
So, gentlemen,
Majority of the candidates
as from the given picture, we have
Say that the majority of the stories
there is a scene of drawing boy.
25 years old, Ram.
Age of the group. Age of the
1%
gentlemen,
of the
just
story
for
of this
that it is a
Let us
rescue operation taken up by an
All of is of age to 15 to 35 years. There is a child who is drawing into the river is of age group 15
the
years.
main theme of the story is rescue the child.
Save the
one is a boy.
First phase
A
of
boy was
Actively take up
around
the role of
rescuing
the lead role and
so we can create the story like that.
We all made
First
we have
the second
the action of
I think
story.
analyze the age of the character with the main character.
Person's life.
Action of the story is common in everyone's story that
should be around 22 to 30, I feel.
Yes,
We
friends,
have
that is
I think just
24 or 25 we can finalize.
in the first phase of the story, there is the person.
there is
Second, in the second
the
phase of
point
the
is
story,
common in everyone's story. We have put that
Point of
story
same
and
direction.
use the MSCR
make a common
method
story.
as by one of our
There was a There was the
can avoid
number
such
plate of the
mistakes.
vehicle.
We can
There was number
use
plate
the
of the
funds
vehicle
to
that was flowing in the river.
Two boys are
As it
the
is
boy was drowning and
Gentlemen,
the persons in the
just a
boat were
minute.
trying to help him.
Right,
And
now,
once
uh,
again,
uh,
It should be
other side
absolutely
he was
clear from the given picture that there is a drawing.
there were number plate flowing in the river.
There is a child.
use
This
the
child.
rope and
and no, actually, there is not a number.
Is
Child as a
we
fact
can
and fact is
consider that it is a flood-like
As we
situation.
all have discussed that the main character could be
Yes,
the
gentlemen,
boy
it
who
should be
is
considered
Yes,
as a
we can
flood-like
say that
situation,
it is a flood,
or the
flood
water
condition,
level was
or
rising.
we can say that
If the vehicle
yeah, we can add that point
was
that
flowing in the
the
river,
water level is
which
rising.
number plates were there?
story is a
meeting the
person who knows the swimming.
Gentlemen,
He jumped in the river
two
to
to
save
three
the
point
child.
is common in every story.
Jump into the river
and some
and
good
one person is
we
drowning
can
and
add
if he is
Monish,
he
who
will
are
Before he
take
is
the
able
help
to
of
save the
boats
life of
and
the
the
person.
boats around
also rescue him and
he
Those
will ask
said
to come forward
man who are
position
again
in
they
the
will
story
come up with
who are moving in the
was
river.
everyone has the
at
same
the same
story.
time he can
They
gently
saw the boy who was
gently
drawing.
hold
Then
his
Manjeet,
body
who is
or
the
who is behind the drowning child? Who
hold
is
his
the main
shirt
character
and the
of
body
the
and
to
push
story?
him
save the
into the
life
boat
of the boy.
Boatman.
and then we can perform
Okay.
some SCR methods
Is a boat and
where he will push the water to
Gentlemen,
taking the hair of the
gentlemen, there is
remove the
2 to 3 point is
water
common in every one
on the
story.
boat.
First, we have
Yes,
to
yes,
fix
yes.
that point.
Firstly, we
Okay.
have to meet the
Gentlemen, what
action
I'm
of the
saying is
Previous
we can
guys.
finalize the main
drowning
character,
child
which
and
is of
rescued
24
him
age,
and
and we can make it
From the given
story.
picture, we have to see
The protagonist
there is
will be a character.
if it go in a picture and we can
the
The
theme is
school
clearly
student.
mentioned that
This is the
there is a
same
child who
story,
is
which
drawing
we can
into the
already
river
on.
and one person is trying to save the life of
More on the
that
actions
child.
what we have
Gentlemen,
made.
the
he
person
saved
who
the
was
life
drowning
and
was
taken
none
to
other
the
than his friend.
hospital. There they care
friends
that boy.
friends if we speak one by one
Gentlemen, we should speak one by
gentlemen
one.
we can
if
make a
we
very
see
good
There
story
is
the
around
no
it
whole
point of
concept
discussion like
picture
this.
then
Yes.
we
we
can
can
add
say
actions
that
effective
one person
actions
is
in this
drowning
and we can come up with a very
and
good
we say that
Can definitely move with you.
Listen, guys.
Points in your
First, we have to
story.
clear.
Along with saving the life, we just do a one more work now. Along with the saving the life, we just do a one more work. He obviously just find some plastic in a river because
So Lakshya, what could be the main action of the story from your side?
No.
Lakshya, we don't think that we have find
Like
plastic
saving the
over there.
child.
We can be like that.
Not be
We are saving that boy.
Lakshya, if you see the background, did you find any plastics in the river?
go swim and all that.
There were
Main
number
story
plates
is
in the river.
saving the life of the
add that
drawing
point.
boy.
I think it is not
Found a lot of
We can say that
number
this
also their
plastic
point.
and
From the given
If
picture,
the plate
team
was
is
there, it means that some vehicle got drowned in the river. The level of the water got
Gentlemen,
raised. Therefore,
most
it
of us
should be
are
considered
making
a
Vehicle
flood
drown in a
like
flood-like
that saving a
situation.
drowning
So
child.
And from the given
we can
picture, we could
assume
not
that it is
imagine
a
it was a
flood situation happened in the village,
Left
and they are all trying to escape the village. And while escaping the village, they found a boy drowning in it.
If we make on the story of the
Save the drowning child
plastics,
by
When they just added in
from
this
the given
story,
picture, the action of the story is clear.
in such a way like
Action of the story is very clear.
action
From the given picture, the
story is
action of the story is very clear, gentlemen.
the water level got rise and now their
This
vehicle
point is
that
common in
was
every one
saying
story.
I agree
that
that Sabha,
I
yes,
don't think
boat comes
that
in the
Fifth
it's a
point.
flood
considered
procedure. I am
saving a
and
the
just
story.
agree.
Giving the people to deal with the disaster can be relevant. So in the age of
Gentlemen, we can also add this
climate change
action
is
that
becoming
the protagonist took the help of the boatman to sell one of the friend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you are
I also
right,
add
Abhishek
some-
Thapa, you are right.
The
Exactly, because
protagonist,
he is the
the
forward.
hero
We
does
have
the
to
everything.
The boy
add
was
more
saved.
actions.
Save 2% at a time.
In the middle of the
He
boat
took the
and
help of the
riverman.
boatman to save one of the friend.
And
The
are
other
going
friend,
to
he
go to
jumped
the
into the
nearby
river
hospital
as
so
he
that
was a national swimmer.
The man who is
I think we just made it a story and just have to added some point in our story, na guys.
Yes,
We all
that's
story
why I
just
say.
around about the saving
Yes,
the life of
yes,
a child.
there is
clear.
2 to 3
The
point is
protagonist
common in
will
every one
have
story.
Putting the
We could
action
add
in
that
that
the
point.
point for
boatman
saving the boy.
rescued
Saving
one
a
of his friends
CPR
and
is
other friend
common every
jumped
one
into
story.
river.
Speaking of
We give him
Saving
CPR,
CPR
but
is
to
fix
provide
that.
him that
First, we have to fix that point. Add some more point in that.
like that
Okay.
the main theme of the story is the drowning child and
Regarding
This is
action,
clear,
can
let's,
also add later he
gentlemen,
rescued the
And
boys
inform
and
his
killed the
parents.
I think
CPR.
this
first of all,
point
we
is
will
clear.
make some
And we can also
usage
add
of
some more
the
points that the other gentleman
There
said
is
he
2 to
said
3 point is common in
rope,
every
he had
one
included
story.
a
First, we have to fix that point,
the boating
and
a
after
sign
that,
board
we have
that
to
the
add some
water
more
level
point.
is
Okay.
rising and people need to be aware.
Yeah,
we can add one more point that
The gentleman told that they included signboard.
So I had to confirm mine that
Can be added
could not
to prevent such further incidents. Signboard can be added
Gentlemen,
to
there are
prevent
the
such kind of
three
incidents in the
points
future.
that
and
first
from
are
there the action can
we
be
can
added.
use this sign
I think
also
I think also with the help of
we can also
thank
you or something else to aware the people
be aware people about
Gentlemen, I would like
how it is
Yes,
important
Lakshay, we can
in that
consider this point
situations.
for the awareness purpose. They build a signboard over there with the help of concerned authorities. So such
Totally
action
agree
can be
with
prevented
Even
further.
Yes,
even they
yes,
can they
friends,
can tag the
I
road.
would like to
yes, Abhishek, I totally
sometimes,
agree.
We
but
also
we can also add some
cleanness
like,
of the river
because
the
Along with this,
training methods as
we use social media to aware.
gentlemen
Okay, if you want to add like there was some plastic pollution, so you can add that there could be net at the site, so from there we could prohibit those things.
Okay.
Gentlemen,
Already we have made.
Gentlemen, I think we are deviating from the
There should
story.
be a
We are
board.
getting off track.
you cannot say that
After
it was plastic
rescuing the
pollution
life
and
of
it was the
Laksh
vehicle
is saying
number
we are
plate
having
used to see that.
I think we all have to move on a
we are
particular
deviating from
story.
the track, gentlemen.
There is saving a
The
child
action
and
is rescuing the
there is
life.
Yeah.
there is a board at the bank of the river.
In the boat.
Gentlemen, if everyone agrees,
That
this
the
story
children
should be
is
like this. These
that
three
the
friends
children are
went
not
out
allowed
in
to.
a bike and they got trapped in the river due to the increase of the level flow of the water. And the protagonist took the help of the boatman, and the boatman saved one of the friends.
Yeah.
And the other
And
friend,
we
the
have
protagonist,
you are
he
right.
just jumped and he rescued him and gave him
his life.
What he do? See, friend, the two person who are sitting in the boat were in the positive mode. So we cannot think that it was a flood situation. We can think that they were like they have to.
They wanted to say
Yes,
We can make a theme like that. They are traveling and someone is who is drowning and they help them. Help them out. Gentlemen,
we have to discuss one more thing.
From the given picture,
should
there is
consider the point of
friends,
Neil, what he's
from the
saying.
given picture, there is
The level of the water got
in
rise
every
to
one
the
story.
dam.
First, we have to
Dam
make
raised,
point.
dams are made. Before there was number plates that was flowing in the river.
There are 4 characters.
They put a burning board nearby the river.
Yes, Raj, we consider that later they built a signboard.
Gentlemen, listen.
We can install
We have to
some
made a
sign
simple
board or
story.
something else in the river that
We just added the pollution.
didn't cross the river.
Gentlemen,
That
kindly
is
listen to
available.
what Harshit is saying.
Lakshya,
Harshit,
you are
what point
right,
you are
but
adding in the group?
friends, from the given picture, there is 2 to 3 points is common in every one story. First, we have to put that point, and after that, we have to make some more point and add with that. Okay, friends?
Yes,
There is 2 to 3 points is common in every one story. First,
Yes, we are very clear.
First is the age of the candidate.
Gentlemen, what should be the age of the protagonist? Gentlemen, what do you feel the age of the protagonist should be?
It's 20 to 25.
The age of the protagonist is around 25 years.
We can reach this.
I think the age of the protagonist is around 25 years.
We can just like edit it.
Yes.
And the third thing is to avoid such incidents
Yes,
in the long term.
22 to
What we can do,
25
like
years.
as said by Abhishek Thapa and
He had added a
signboards.
We can definitely go with it.
Utilizing the funds
Yes,
to
Lakshya will consider
build
it.
Fine. Please stop it, everyone. So, gentlemen, I'm giving you last 1 minute. Discuss among yourself and do let me know who will be your group leader. Start.
Gentlemen, can I be the leader for today?
Gentlemen,
Gentlemen, if you all agree, may I add the group?
We all are very clear that we have saved the boy, we have given us CPR, we have put the sign
That three boys who went out
we can say that not
in the river,
This 2 to 3
suddenly the water level
point is
got
common in every one story.
And at last,
If you all agree, may I add the story on behalf of all
teach the students how to swim and how to avoid such incidents in the future.
Gentlemen,
to avoid such a
Guys, whatever story you make.
as from the given figure,
put a
To just
board in
remember.
front
From
of
the
the
given
wall
figure,
to
the
avoid
this
this
type
type
of
of
action and the
situation in
protagonist
future.
have
So
to
Later they
such
built a
students
signboard.
One
But
sign
table
or
can
they
be
are
go and narrate the
warning
story on that basis.
we have to edit the
But we
3 to
have
4 points in our story, guys. Whoever going to be lead, we just have to edit 2 to 3 more
yeah,
points
we
in
have
our story.
finalized on 3 points. Like
Lux,
the
we
age
can add like at the
24 and
end,
25
there
all
are
in
we
there are
advise
negative.
two
that
to
boy
three points is
not
common
to
in everyone story.
keep into the
Now
water
we have to
and
add.
not to
Now
see
we
him
have
in the
to
Go
add
water
to your
running.
two
story,
points
saving
on
the
that.
life,
Okay, guys.
precaution
Divide
about
the
the
story
river.
into 3 parts: how to risk the person, and how what he will do after risking the person, and in the
Okay,
long
please
term what
stop
steps he
it.
will take it.
Okay, fine, Abhishek. Now tell me who's your group leader.
Gentlemen,
Sir,
if you all
Laksh.
agree, man are the group story. Yeah, for all of you.
So I go with
I would
agree
also
with
like to
Laksh
narrate the
Dixit.
story.
What is that? You just wait for 2 to 3 seconds. If no one come up or like, you have to wait at least. Some apne apna bol rahe ho. That is not the platform you just fight for like that. You should not be selfish. I'm giving you last 30 seconds. Discuss only who will be your group leader. Otherwise, I'll wash out the batch. Think again. It's a group objective, not an individual game. Start.
Guys, we have
Guys, let us
selected is Lakshya
just
Dixit.
narrate your story. We will go with you.
Story.
You just narrate your
Four
story.
points.
Take Kumar.
no others.
Gentlemen, the
Bhai,
story
his
should
story
be
is
like
good.
three college friends
can
went
say
out
that others.
the river tour, and suddenly their vehicle got trapped in the flow
Abhishek sir has
due to the
given us
rise of
time.
the
But
water
We
level.
the age
And the
of
protagonist took
there
the
is
help
the
of the
age
Bhai,
gap
we are
boatman,
between
and
here
the
them,
to
the
boatman
college
rescued
friends.
one of the
nominate
We
friend,
the
and
can
the
person.
clearly
protagonist
No, we
he
are
we
having
see
jumped
that
into the
then
river.
the
whole of
boat
the
are
National
story is
swimmer, and
like
later he
I
gave the
think
CPR.
someone
I
is
think
dying,
The
and
protagonist he included
some
signboard.
people
Everyone
who go
mentioned
for
that
the
the
river
boy
or
was
something
This
else.
is
practicing.
what
I
I
think we
believe
should
should be the group
stick
story.
Neil as a group leader.
Okay,
Take
stop it.
his
Stop
life.
it.
Narrate of our
Okay,
story.
fine. Tell me who's your group leader.
I can go with Abhishek sir.
I can with Abhishek Thapa.
Yeah,
Okay,
Abhishek.
with Abhishek Thapa.
I go with Deepan. I go with Deepan the same.
Abhishek.
Okay, I'm giving you last 20 seconds. And let me know who's your group leader. Okay, start.
Friends, I think Abhishek had arranged all the points.
Make you a group
Pointing all the points. So I
Friends, we
think we
can say
should go
that
with
Abhishek
Abhishek.
has
The
all the
point of the
potential
college friends
to
is
narrate
not
the story.
valid. Actually, there is a
This would be
very
appropriate
much
group
difficult
story
Choose
that
Abhishek
three
as a group
friends,
leader.
their college
Okay,
students
we have
went
choose
out, went
Abhishek
in the
Thapa as a
bike,
group leader.
Guys, we are
and
here
they
to
went
discuss who will be the
they
leader,
went
not the
in the
story.
flow due to the
Listen
rise of the
carefully.
water level, and the protagonist took the help of the boatman because the hero never does all the action. He takes help from others also. So the boatman rescued one of the friend, and the protagonist he himself jumped because he was a national swimmer, and later he rescued the person and he gave the CPR. And
Okay,
further,
please
he
stop it.
with the help of us.
Okay, tell me who's your group leader.
Abhishek Thapa.
Abhishek Thapa, sir.
All agree with Abhishek Thapa?
Abhishek sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Anyone who's not
Abhishek.
agree with him? Anyone who's not agree with him? Anyone who's not agree with him? All agree with Thapa? Say yes and
No,
no.
sir, Abhishek, sir, Abhishek.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Abhishek Thapa, give the group story.
Thank you, gentlemen, for giving me this opportunity. So, with the kind permission, may I add the good story.
Loudly.
So, with the kind permission, may I add the group story.
Start.
So, gentlemen, as we have come to a consensus that there were 4 male characters aged between 22 to 35, and 3 were in the positive mood and 1 was in the negative mood. The protagonist was the Sundar Singh, and the action was to rescue the life. So Sundar Singh and along with his friends, 2 friends, went out for a river tour in the nearby local area. And while in their bikes, they were having the scenic beauty. The water level got rise, and the 2 of the friends got drained away with the water flow. So the Sundar immediately took an action. He saw that one boatman was passing by. He immediately called for help, and the boatman saved one of his friends. And Sundar, he being an national swimmer, he immediately jumped into water and rescue his one friend, and later he gave him CPR. And thereby, after he approached the concerned authorities and built a signboard over there to prevent such further action. Thank you.
All agree with the story?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it was his story or a group story?
Group story.
Group